We're not going to accept mediocrity. We're not going to accept not getting it done on the floor. Latch on to the back of the bandwagon because things be changing here in the Bay Area.
Favorite game, favorite memory of college?
Probably going to the Final Four. When you think about your distance from it now, when people say Final Four, all the craziness, you look back and say, man, I was part of that. To realize that we beat a Kentucky team that was one win away from going to Lexington to the Final Four. For us to get to the Final Four was an incredible, incredible feat and something that people in New York City talk about to this day.
Chris Mullin, how did you two meet?
I can remember going back to my sophomore year in high school when I was playing my first year of varsity basketball. I played the shooting guard position as a sophomore starting on varsity. We played a team in our division named Severian, which was our arch rival. And they had a guy by the name of Chris Mullin, who I heard so much about, but I had not seen play up until that point. And watching him that night and going against him that night was absolutely incredible. I realized, wow, this is a whole different level. And it really allowed me to be recruited because at that time I wasn't heavily recruited. Lou Carnesecca, the Hall of Fame coach at St. John's University, is there to watch his prize recruiting Chris Mullin, and he just so happens to notice me on the other team. But Chris played basketball like he had headphones on. Just a great musician that really made the game enjoyable. And our relationship blossomed from that point, and then even went, a step further when I got to St. John's. And every single night, day and night, we were in the gym going against each other, one-on-one, making each other better. He's not just a big-time player and a Hall of Famer and a future Warrior guy hanging up in the rafters, but he's a brother of mine.
You said that he taught you how to be a gym rat.
He certainly did, because I would go to the gym being a New York City guy, being a playground guy, and threw it behind my back 3 times, threw my legs twice, and do a finger roll or a jump shot or a spin move. I realized watching this guy in the gym, he was actually going through drills where he was imagining the guy defending him. So it was a pump fake, a shot fake, 1 dribble pull up, shot fake, 1 dribble pull up, crossover. So he was doing things that actually it didn't matter whether a guy was defending him the next night or not. He had already busted him up the night before in the gym by himself. So I changed my plans in the gym to basically be more like Chris's, and we matched each other. And really, it made me a complete player. I'd be quite honest, I would not be a professional basketball player had I not gone to St. John's University and got to know Chris Mullin and his work ethic.
Now, when you got to that point and when he got to that point, were there nights where you guys would watch each other and know that one or the other was going to score on the guy guarding him because you guys had worked on it the night before, or the night before that, and the night before that?
It was funny because we'd watch each other because Coach Carnesecca told me to basically push up on Chris and make him a driver because he was a knockdown shooter. So we were working on each other's strengths and weaknesses. He never told Chris that he told me that. He told Chris to back up off of me and make me a shooter. He never told me that he told Chris that. So we just working on each other every single day. And so we get into a game situation. I may be on the bench or I may have thrown him the basketball. I watch him blow by somebody and I feel like that's me. I put that in him. Or he watched me knock down a jumper and it's like, wow, it's working. So we both were tied into each other's success.
I was about to ask you, what makes Lou Carnesecca, such a great coach in his day. Why was he so successful in New York?
It's really what I believe in coaching. It's not about X's and O's. It's about impacting lives. It's about inspiring people. Coach Carnesecca is a Hall of Fame coach. Certainly great with X's and O's. But the bottom line is he's a great person who you wanted to run through a wall for, who you wanted to do whatever he asked you to do. you felt like he was in it. It wasn't do this and he distanced himself. He was one of us. And great coaches inspire and make you feel like he's part of the group.
Now, when you were recruited by St. John's, I'd imagine at that point, you know, I can play college ball. You were a consensus second-team All-American in college. Were you thinking NBA?
On my first day of practice, I'm sitting there thinking, I don't belong here. I watched Chris Mullin stroke, a 20, 25-foot jump shot that hits nothing but the bottom of the net. I watched Walter Berry, who was the Wooden Award winner, go into the paint and dunk it with two hands, the rim collapses. I watched Bill Winnington, Chicago Bull, tear the rim down. I watched Willie Glass jump out the building from the dotted line. I watched so many other guys, and now they hand me the ball on layup line, and I just go and lay it up. And I'm thinking, never again will I have this feeling where I don't belong on the same court with anybody. And from that day forward, I put myself in position to accomplish my dream.